Well, I grew up in Austin, one of the few, and I started playing piano at age 8. My mom forced me into it like everyone's dear old mother does. And I actually hated it. She told me, she was like, if you hate it after 6 months, you can quit. So after 6 months, I quit. And it turns out I just had the wrong teacher, and so I ended up finding a different teacher, and that teacher kind of engaged me into it, and yeah, it's just been a journey ever since.
I ain't gonna let you get me down. So I ain't gonna let you get me down, no. I just don't have the time to listen to your rhyme. Yes, it's sad but true. You're a down, dirty, no good fool.
I went to Berklee College of Music from 2008 to 2011. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be, but I did end up getting pretty valuable experience when it comes to being around other musicians and interacting with other musicians and having to deal with other musicians. So it gave me a lot of life experience for sure.
But you help me to be a down, dirty, no good fool.
And so after a while I realized, well, maybe I should try and explore other styles. You know, I'm 18 years old, been playing classical music for like 11 years straight. Maybe I should venture out and do something else. So I kind of dabbled in jazz piano. And then when I went to Berklee, the private lesson teachers I had were so either checked out or mean. So I never really had a lot of support learning how to branch out on piano. So it kind of shut me down for a while. I didn't play piano for a while. And then finally I hit this rock bottom and I'm like, okay, look, I don't want to play classical piano anymore. Every time I try to play jazz piano, I'm met with resistance. And I'm like, screw it, I'm just going to learn a new instrument. And so I picked up guitar, and it's just been a whirlwind of change ever since. So people always ask me, they're like, how did you pick up guitar so fast? And I'm like, well, the first 5 years of my piano training was just me learning how to sit down for more than an hour and put the time in. It took me 5 years just to learn how to do that. And we're not even talking about the songs and everything else, you know? So I already had this crazy foundation. And so all it really was muscle memory and learning the scales after that, and then listening to a whole lot of music. My biggest mentors were the people I listened to, like Buddy Guy, and I really love Stevie. Everybody loves Stevie. But just listening, or like just putting on a blues Pandora station, you know, and just listening to it for 3-4 hours in a row.
Yes, it's sad but true. You're a down, dirty, no good fool. Yes, it's sad but true. You're a down, dirty, no good fool.
Well, at first, finding gigs in Austin was really difficult because I did not have any kind of press kit or experience. So for the first year I was doing gigs, it was about 2 years ago, I had to do open mics. And so I was playing open mics probably 4 or 5 nights a week. Sometimes I'd host karaoke for cash. But it's ever since then, ever since the open mics and ever since meeting people at the open mics, it's been just like an endless fountain of gigs. It's been unbelievable. I'm never moving.
Won't you come over here and tell me why you love me so? So I love to hear the story, dear, of how you came to know.
My songwriting process is all over the map. I usually start off with chords. Yeah, chords are a good way, and I'll just jam on the same chords for maybe an hour and a half, and sometimes I won't come up with anything, and sometimes I'll come up with a melody. Sometimes it takes months, years, it takes forever. Even when it comes lyrics first, it takes forever. It's nuts. I'm like a surgeon, just cutting stuff away and putting stuff in and sewing stuff up. So yeah, it's a crazy process. My hopes for the future, it's a little mixed. It's a mixed review. I do hope to be able to make a good living doing what I want. I don't need to be rich, but it would be nice to, feed my dog every week. It's cool. I won this contest, and it came with a summer tour, and they coupled with Live Nation. And I've been tacked on to shows with some of these really huge artists. My favorite one was with James Taylor. That was nuts. Yeah. Before that, I did not tour at all. I was just scraping by in Austin, picking up whatever gig I could get. But now, since touring, everything has changed so much.
I live in a little house on the side of the street, where the grass is dead, but they water the concrete. In the summer, I watch the people float by, and I watch them weep and cry. I live in a little house on the side of the street.
So yeah, it's pretty surreal. That's why I always tell people, ever since I picked up guitar, my life has been like a whirlwind of change. It's been nuts. It was like a bomb. It just blew up my life, but in a good way. Still pulling out the shrapnel,
Oh, try to believe that word will set you free. Only wise men see that we were always free. We're always free.
Sometimes you gotta be crushed down into darkness in order to grow, sometimes. And the expectations and then the reality just completely destroyed me for like 3 years in a row. But guitar was what brought me out of it, so it's cool.